4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey Connersville, back again this month. This month we're going to do a segment on the high school bowling team. I came up here a while back and to kill some time with my son, and I started asking some questions, and there were a lot of things I didn't realize went on with bowling. Before we get started any further, here to my right, Matt Vanover. How you doing?
Good.
One of the high school coaches, right?
Yes, sir.
And you want to get this right, Team USA Silver Certified Coach.
Yes.
Okay. I was amazed at how much there is involved in bowling. My experience is get a ball, throw it hard, make some loud noise, hope things fall down. No idea about balls, surfaces, shoes,
There's
all
a lot
these,
of factors.
a lot of things. We're going to start right now before the high school comes in, and we talked to some of those boys and girls. You said there's girls too.
Right.
Let's start with the balls.
Okay.
From beginner on up. Let's talk about what goes on here.
Well, basically, the beginner, plastic bowling ball.
Okay.
It's the same thing as every one of the house balls. It is made of plastic or polyester, and all it does is skids. It does roll, but it skids.
Okay.
And it goes from plastic to reactive resin,
Okay.
which is a polymer of reactive resin that actually skids in oil, and then when it hits the dry part of the lane, it actually heats up and becomes more aggressive. And
What do you mean more aggressive?
it actually, there's a noticeable hook.
Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on TV. These guys are throwing these big hooks. They're going more to these balls here.
There's also a weight block inside of this.
Okay.
There's not in this. This is a cork center.
Okay.
There's just a basically pancake on the top of it. So when I drill holes in it, it doesn't fall apart inside.
Okay.
There's up to 7.5 pounds of ceramic, titanium, different density materials inside that actually balances the bowling ball out with the holes in it.
Okay.
Where you place the holes at determines on how much it's going to hook and where it's going to hook.
Okay. Is this ball different than these two?
The difference in this one is it's a dual cover stock, which makes it grip the lane earlier, so it doesn't skid.
Okay.
So it doesn't skid. It actually becomes more aggressive earlier. It doesn't hook that much more than that. It hooks earlier.
Hooks earlier. Now all this, once you get past the basic, which we know that's just us beginners like me, not you guys, but your game is going to develop from here to here to here. As soon as you come in, should you start trying to develop a game that's going to use these balls, or should you just right now do some basics?
The basics with a plastic bowling ball will actually make you a better bowler when you get into these here. Start out with conventional grip and work yourself up into a fingertip.
A conventional grip. See, there's another one. I had no idea that there's certain grips. We're going to get into this later. I'm going to throw a few balls, and you're going to see why I don't bowl very often. And hopefully we're going to get some, you got some pointers you can give beginners, correct?
Yes.
And that's probably how most people just start out just picking it up and throwing.
I'd rather get hold of the beginners because they don't know the mistakes.
They don't know.
Once you become bowling frequently, you actually do muscle memory movement. After you do it so many times, you can't get rid of it. It's hard to break the habit.
Develop a bad one, it's there.
The push,
It's there. Just pretty much to stay, especially with
and
those.
it hurts.
And it shortens the career, huh?
It could cause injury, yeah.
Really? Okay. Something I want you to explain to me a little more. You said drilling the holes is going to determine. So right now when I come in, I look at a ball, I've got different balls to look at, and then I've got to decide how you're going to drill for me. Now, does that also change as my game develops and gets better?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So, real fast example, the difference in how you're going to drill a ball for me.
The basic beginner, conventional grip, whole fingers and the thumb towards each other.
Okay.
So you can grip it like a suitcase.
Okay.
And it's throwing it, straight ball.
All right.
Once you go into a fingertip, fingertips go in, thumb goes away from the center of grip.
Okay.
Which is going to cause it to come off the thumb early, flip off the fingertips.
So you're actually drilling the holes not as deep. Is that what you're telling me, or?
The span
Yeah.
from your thumb to your fingers is actually wider,
Okay, so instead of here, you're going to be moving out.
and it's going to cause more rotation and revolutions off the hand.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is another one. Weight of balls. What should I look at? I know Child, my son here, we're going to have him demonstrate a little while something new that's in the past few years you've put in. But for us adults, if I'm a beginner, where should I be looking for? Is it basically
Whatever's
strength?
comfortable. No, the strength part, the little old lady that gets up and drops it out there will beat the guy that muscles through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the average weight of the ball that I'm going to use, most likely?
They're from 7, we have them here from 7 pounds to 16.
Okay.
You can throw a 14, 15, or 16-pound ball. But if you throw a 14-pound ball, you get a lot more speed out of it.
Okay.
It's got the same weight block inside of it as a 16-pound ball. Weight's different on the cover stock.
Here's a question. Do you get a lot of guys that come in and want to be the big hot shot and decide they have to throw a 16 no matter what?
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay. I thought there might be some of that in here.
But I throw a 15.
Do you?
I can throw a 14 also. It just changes my timing a little bit. There's some guys that will throw a 13-pound that has plenty of strength to throw a 16-pound. They're just more comfortable with the speed they can get out of it.
Okay. So guys, don't let that ego get a hold of you. Find you a ball that's comfortable. Okay. Gosh, is there anything else on balls you want to cover? I know this is basics. There's a lot more.
Right,
We can go in your pro shop. You've got a pro shop with different range of balls from the high and all kinds of prices. Let's go to shoes. Tell me about why you make them so pretty, you said.
So you don't want to take them home. The uglier they are, the longer we keep them.
No, you tell me there's a reason for these being this color.
These actually glow under black lights. For rocking bowl, we use black lights and laser lights, and they do actually light up under the black light.
Okay, we'll get into that later. There's some of the things that very little rocking bowl. I don't know what it is. I know Russian roulette used to be a Saturday night.
It's Saturday still.
Is
Saturday
still,
night.
Okay.
9:30.
That's my only glory story I've got about bowling. 10, 15 years ago, I actually had high game one night of a 200 game.
Yep.
One time in my life, I think I broke 150, and that was that night. I won $5 on it. Okay, what else on shoes?
Basic house shoes. They're leather soled shoes. Most feet slide.
Okay.
You'll notice when you get up there, you'll stutter step a little bit.
Okay.
You're slick. When you get into a little better shoe, you got a heel on them.
Okay.
And then when you get into a better pair, you've got one traction and one slide.
Okay.
For right-handed,
Yeah.
you'll always slide on your left foot.
Okay.
And if you're right-handed, you'll slide on your right foot.
Oh, okay.
And if you're left-handed, these shoes will not work for you.
So when we're bowling, we're supposed to be sliding too as we get better.
Right.
Okay, instead of just staggering up there. Okay, okay, like I did.
Stumbling up.
Stumbling, yeah. Okay. Give me a ballpark on price ranges on balls and shoes.
Bowling balls, $50 to $200.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, considering
You're paying
equipment
for
of
what's inside of it, and the cover stock.
Okay. That's reasonable to get into.
These have a plastic outside and a cork inside, where these have different density materials and reactive resin.
Okay. Shoes. What kind of prices are we looking at?
I've got them as cheap as $21.95 up into the kangaroo skin with a Kevlar toe.
Okay.
And a Goodyear Eagle tire traction, $200.
Okay. So this is not really that as expensive a sport to get involved in, is it?
You don't have to spend a lot of money.
No. And as far as balls, beginner,
plenty of house balls.
You got house balls.
Same
and
thing as a $50 ball.
That's what my son and I, we come up and we have a house ball and we go out and have fun. While we're standing here, before we get to the pointers that I need, let's talk about the lanes, the surfaces. Tell people why you don't want to go across this line.
Because there's oil there. And it is very slick with the leather soled shoe on.
Okay.
There's no traction. We do that because of the more aggressive bowling balls. If we didn't, it would destroy the lanes.
Okay.
They actually create so much force on the throw, and they actually rev up. They will actually deteriorate the lane real quick.
And you have to resurface these occasionally?
We just went through and put all new lanes in with the synthetic. These are the overlays. We had the wood in for 25 years, but they have to be resurfaced at least once a year.
Okay. I get another question. When I'm up here, I see some of the guys are just so smooth, and then I see some kids and some people that they throw the ball from here and you hear just bang.
Right.
Is that hard on a lane?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I was curious whether it was hard.
They loft them out to the arrows. It's equivalent to about 1,800 pounds per square inch of force, of downforce.
Now, what does that do to the lane when that's happening?
It will create dimples. It will create damage to them.
Okay, and then that's going to affect the way the ball travels.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. I'll tell you what, we've covered balls, we've covered shoes, lanes. We're going to go down here. I'm going to show you a few things that's changed over the years if you haven't been in a bowling alley for a long time. The automated scores.
Right.
About the time I learned how to keep score, you guys put these in.
Right. We've updated them probably 3 times since then.
Yeah, and there's a few other things down here. I'm going to throw a few balls, and you're going to see why I don't do it very often. Hopefully, maybe I'll get a little better and I'll start.
Yeah.
My son here, he's going to show something that the kids, it's really helpful for them, and it makes it fun for them. So, Connors, I'll tell you what, we'll be right back, and we'll see how ugly this is. Okay, hey, Connors, here's one of the things that's changed in bowling alley in the past few years is right above our head. Myron, take a shot of this. You don't have to worry about learning how to keep score anymore. These machines do it for you, don't they?
Yes.
Pretty simple.
Put your name in. Press start, and it takes care of everything.
Takes care of everything. So we don't have to worry about being able to add up the spares and the strikes and where it goes from there.
You should still be able to, but you don't have to.
That's what I was telling you. About the time I actually learned how to do this years ago, they put these in. I don't feel quite as stupid now, but okay, there's one of the advances. Before we get to the next one for the kids, I'm going to throw a few balls and I'm going to get some pointers. I already got one. I was starting off on the wrong foot, right? I should be going left first instead of right.
Right. If you're going a five-step approach.
Okay. Where should I line up on the lane?
Good start for everybody is right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Line up with your left foot.
Okay.
Because all these dots back here, line up with the arrows and the pins.
Okay.
So wherever you're standing at, you're actually lined up where you're going to throw the ball at because you can only throw it here.
Okay.
You can't throw it out here.
Should I line up with this arm in the middle or my body in the middle?
Your body?
Body in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
Your chin.
Okay.
Your chin's the center.
Okay, so I'm here in this position.
Right.
Now, is this how I should start out?
Yes.
It's just like this.
But you want to bend your knees.
Okay. Here. Okay.
There you go.
And I
you
start
swing the ball.
I go here.
Go on straight plane. There you go.
Like that. Okay.
Did you notice how you pulled the ball back? Where you just want a free swing?
Yeah.
No effort involved in it?
Okay.
It'll feel totally weightless.
Okay.
When you push the ball out, all you're doing is dropping it over a bar and let it swing.
Okay. So, I'm here. That's a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to try this again.
All right.
Now that I've got any other things I should start with? You were telling me
your
the
weights
other
on
day.
your heels.
Okay, you tell me the other day, which this is not for me yet, is these guys that spin the ball.
Right.
Tell me how you said was how you explain that to people.
The best way to get the feel of it is take a football, go a spiral underhanded.
Yes. Just
your hand has to be in that position to throw a spiral.
Okay.
Underhanded. If not, you'd hit your leg or it would go out to the side.
Okay.
Bowling ball's the same way.
Okay. All right. We don't know here.
Whatever position you start in, it's easier to end up that way.
Okay.
So when you line up, that's where you want your thumb at. And you're not going to turn it till in front of you.
Okay. So I'm here.
Right. You'll be lined up soon.
Okay, Connersville. Here's another one. I'm going to get my son out here. Let's show him real quick here something that you put in for kids, which I like bowling with my son when we've got these. These bumpers. Yeah,
they're. Let me get that book and I'll actually show you what they do.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see that hook. We actually just put all 24 lanes in with them.
Okay, so you've got these on, how many lanes do you have these on?
All 24.
All 24 have these on. Okay.
Used to, we had a few on the end.
Yeah.
We'd always have to keep moving people around too. But now, takes the gutters away.
That's it, huh?
That's all there is to it. No gutters. It keeps the kids' attention span a little bit better, and
cool.
it's more exciting for them because their scores go up.
Yeah. Okay, Alexander, why don't you show them how these things work? No, I want you to just bowl.
Yep.
If they come into play, fine. If they don't,
there you go.
Good.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if you can pick this one up.
The bumpers are really good for, we use them handicap. We've got also a ramp. We can push the ramp right up. All you got to do is push the ball off of it.
Okay, I'm going to grab one of those ramps for the little kids. My daughters like using those. We'll show those real quick also. Alexander, go ahead and let this one rip. You hit the back of the wall, or that's good. Now this is something my daughters use right here.
They can actually throw a little heavier bowling ball.
Alexander, why don't you go up and show them how this works?
If they
just go ahead and use my ball, pal. You can use any ball. Go ahead.
Actually line it up wherever you want it.
There you go.
Push it off.
Good job. I think we're going to slide it back and just take a look at what goes on in the back, because I've never seen the back end of
You'll be impressed.
Okay, Connersville, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, hey, we slid into the back here, and this is something I've never seen, most people haven't seen. We're going to show you what happens once the pins get knocked down. What exactly happens, and Matt's going to explain it to us real quick.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead and have him throw a ball.
Alexander, go ahead and throw a ball for us, pal.
This ball comes down the lane and actually strikes the pins. Hits the back of the machine, which cycles it. The ball goes in that hole right there.
Okay.
This big belt grabs the ball, takes it to the top, drops it. Gravity takes it the rest of the way out front.
Okay.
There's a lot of
Throw the next one, pal.
There's a lot of more actual moving parts than people would think.
Yeah.
Because every time it sets pins down,
That's right. Okay.
there's actually fingers that will pick them up.
Yeah. And then it resets it.
Right. But it doesn't do anything until the ball actually hits the back.
Okay. So I'm going to have him throw one more. Myron, you get over here and you get a good shot of this from in here so we can see.
But you can see where the ball goes in right there.
Ball go in there. There we go. See how well the boy does it this time.
The pins are actually 12 inches apart from center to center.
Okay.
They're a lot further apart when you get back here and look at it than when you see it from up front.
Yeah, they all look like they're just, this should be an easy game.
Right.
It's not.
The ball's only 9 inches round and they're a foot apart. You can actually get real close to them and miss them. They weigh 3 pounds, 6 ounces.
Okay.
They're all the same no matter where you go. The lanes have to be certified, pins have to be certified.
Really?
But the lanes have to be inspected for any variance in humidity, temperature. Whoever installed them, there might be an error there.
Okay.
No matter where you go, the lanes will be exactly the same length, size, regulation.
Everything's the same.
Right.
It's not
These
like.
are 1963.
Yeah.
That there's continuous maintenance on them.
Yeah. A lot of maintenance to be done on these, is there? Keeping everything up?
Yes.
Is there? Okay.
And a lot of noise.
And a
No,
lot of-
just one lane going.
Yeah.
All 24 of these going. You can't
It's
hardly
really loud.
stand back here.
Well, I see we've got some more people at the other end. Is that some of the high school students probably in down there yet?
Yes, I
Might
believe
be.
it is.
Okay, I tell you what, Connersville, we're going to cut out of here, get back up front, and introduce you to some of the high school kids and talk to them. And we'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, Connersville, hey, the high school kids are here, the boys and the girls. But before we get to that, a few little things I want to take care of. Dave Reed, another one of the coaches. How you doing? Nice to meet you. These guys put in a lot of time with these kids. Let's start here by I want to ask, whose idea was this team in the first place?
Well, we started probably about 5 years ago, and I think the big guy that said yes is Mike Vanover, the owner of the alley.
Okay.
Because without Mike, this doesn't happen. Mike puts a lot of money, of his own money, out of the business in this, and I know he doesn't make it hold back. So, like I told Matt over there, some people wouldn't think Mike had a big heart, but we know better than that now anyways.
He hides it well.
And that's even your father.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else special we should know about this team? I know you said it's in existence. How long?
About 5 years. I think this is the 5th year. I may be wrong on that because I've only been around. It's probably my 3rd year.
Okay, you guys are telling me there's actually, they compete against who is this they compete against?
They compete against other schools or other people from schools like Rushville. This year was Rushville, Centerville, and Richmond. We went as far away as Shelbyville to compete before. We used to have Morristown was in this. Sectionals, we will end up going to Centerville. After Centerville, we go to, usually are we going back to Indy this year? After, I believe it was original, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't think of where it's, what is the place?
Woodland Bowl.
Woodland Bowl, okay.
So these guys stay pretty busy. You do a lot of traveling?
Pretty much.
Do a lot of them come here? Like most of the other sports, you have home and away.
We try to rotate because right now until it becomes a state sport, it's a lot on the owners. So they rotate the alleys around so not everybody has a big chunk of money out of them. Okay. So everybody takes a turn. So we just go to different alleys and everybody takes at least twice.
Okay. Now, when you guys go to compete, does everyone get to compete on that day?
The way the rules have changed this year from the state organization, we can bowl 5 bowlers and then put in 5 more completely new bowlers if we want to. A lot of times the old rule was 5 and 2, you can only have 7, and we kind of go by that pretty much but we could put more in if we need to, or if there's a bowler who's bowling really hot that night. We just think they need the experience. Sometimes we get them in just because they got to feel the experience of being real nervous once in a while if they've never been in there before.
Okay. Now, the experience of your bowlers, you guys are telling me you've got some kids that probably just started real recently.
This year.
And then you've got kids that have been bowling for how many years, probably?
Since they're probably big enough to be able to walk down the lane and pick up a bowling ball.
Able to pick up a 7-pound ball.
Right.
Okay.
At least we got some guys I know have done that. The girls I don't know, but I'm sure
I think
the
there's
guys
2 girls that have bowled
Is there?
most of the time in the Alta.
Yeah.
The girls and the boys are on the same team.
There's 2 separate teams. Girls compete against the boys and girls compete against other girls. So you got 2 separate teams there.
So they're not together. Okay. See, that's why not too many people know there's a bowling team at all. I didn't really until here recently. So I tell you what, let's get out of here. They're getting warmed up. We're going to go over and we're going to look at some of the different guys and girls. You were telling me some of them are power, some of them are finesse. We're going to take a look at the different ones. Okay? All right, Connor, we'll be right back. Okay, Connersville, here we've got the girls that are on the bowling team. We're going to introduce each one. They're going to tell us how old they are, what grade they're in. You look like you don't want to be here. Okay, what's your name?
Pamela Anderson. I'm a junior. I'm 18. Brandy Red. I'm a sophomore. I'm 16. Amber Lanham. I'm a junior and I'm 17. Ashley Brubaker. I'm a senior and I'm 18. Tiffany Fowler. I'm a junior and I'm 17. I'm Ashley Cavins. I'm a junior and I'm 17. I'm Alicia Sherwood. I'm a senior and I'm 18. I'm Angie Rish and I'm the media for the bowling team.
All you girls having fun this year doing this?
Yeah.
We're going to step back and we're going to watch how you guys bowl. So let's see some good stuff, okay?
Names and your year you're in school, okay? If you're soft, tell me.
I'm Tyler Kemp. I'm a freshman.
17 senior. Jimbo Evans, 10th grade. Greg Bottles, I'm a senior. Over here. Stephen Wicker, I'm a freshman. Philip Scroggum, I'm a freshman. Randy Williams, freshman.
Guys, slide around here so we can see you.
Jacob Jordan, junior. Corey Norris, I'm a senior.
Randy Tryon. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys. Which of you guys is the stud of the team? Right here. Are you the stud? I heard a lot of you think you are. I don't know. Okay.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. We dominate. We are the people that can find whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. The jungle. Welcome to the jungle. I wanna watch you bleed. Welcome to the jungle. We take it day by day. If you want your gonna bleed up, the price to pay.
Well, the dull ones have to stay dull in order to hook. So I'll have to rough them up. Each one of them has a different finish out of the box. It could be 600 grit up to 2,000 grit.
Okay.
And you just can't take a towel and wipe that and get that surface back. You actually have to resurface the bowling ball.
How often do you have to do that?
Every 300 games.
Okay.
You can bring it back to new.
Well, quite a bit.
I actually clean the bowling ball every 3 games. When you're done, before you put that ball up, clean it. It'll last twice as long, and it'll react the same.
Hey, while we're standing here, earlier we talked about a few things that go on the weekends up here, which I imagine a lot of these kids are involved in. Russian roulette.
They're not allowed to participate in Russian roulette.
Okay, that's
a
money
high
involved.
school, right? They're not allowed to participate in anything where they can actually receive money.
Okay.
They do come up for Rockin' Bowl, which is more entertainment, more fun, and
What is that exactly?
actually, I'll show you before we get out of here, but we actually turn all the lights out.
Okay.
We've got a row of black lights here, another row down by the pins, and also the masking units light up black.
Okay.
So everything glows in the dark. And then we've got all the laser lights too.
Yeah.
And we've also got rope lights. The music is usually about twice as loud as you'd want it.
Okay.
And they just throw
And
for
what
2 hours.
night's that?
That's Friday night.
Friday nights?
From 9 to 11, they can pay $10 and bowl for 2 hours. I've got some little ones that'll get 18 games in on them.
Oh, really?
They'll throw it. As soon as that gate comes up, they're throwing it again.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's cut out of here, and I'm going to go talk to these guys. Matt, thank you very much. I learned a whole bunch today about bowling. Connersville, we're going to talk to you, these kids. Okay, Connersville, here's one of the guys on the team. What was your name again, pal?
Jacob Jordan.
Jacob. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you, Jake.
How many hours a week do you spend practicing?
Usually 5 days out of the week. I used to sit up here.
Week, really?
About 3 hours or so. I sit up here and bust a bowl.
Really?
Usually after I get off work, I usually do the same.
Yeah. How many years you been bowling?
Since I was 7.
Since you were 7.
Since I was 7.
Is this your first year on the team?
No, actually, this is my 3rd year on the team.
30 years. So you're a senior?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so you were here. You're almost here from the start of it, weren't you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I was told to ask you, how's the grades? I heard
Grades?
you got to keep your grades up to be on this team too.
Yeah.
And?
You gotta be about 2.5, something like that.
How about yours?
Mine, I'm near 3.0.
Okay, so no
So I
problems
keep-
with that.
No problems at all.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, pal. Appreciate
Thank
it. Okay, Connersville, got another guy on the team. Hey, what's your name?
Corey Norris.
Corey. How many hours a week do you practice? I just talked to this other guy. He puts in quite a few.
I put in a lot of hours.
Do you?
Every week. I at least try to bowl at least 4 times a week, 4 days a week.
Okay. How long have you been on the team? This your first year?
No, this is my 4th.
4th year?
Yes.
Okay, quite a long time. Almost from the beginning too.
Yes.
Good. And just the same question I ask these guys over here. How's the grades? They told me.
My grade's pretty good.
Are they good to stay on the team?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay, that's what I needed. Get back to practice. I don't want to bother you too much. Thanks, pal. Okay, hey, I've got a couple girls on the team here, and your name was?
Alicia Sherwood.
Hi, Alicia. How are you?
Hi.
And your name was?
Amber Lamb.
Troublemaker. She wanted to know all the questions I was going to ask her. She was about to panic on me. How long have you been on the team?
4 years.
4 years? And you?
This is my first year.
This is your first year. Okay. How are the grades? I asked these other guys, and I was told to ask, make sure everybody's grades were up so they can stay on the team. Yours okay?
Yeah, I have a 3.3. Like 3.2.
So you guys are pretty smart then, huh?
Come on, they tell me.
Okay. Being down here with all these guys, they give you a hard time at all?
No,
No? They're pretty supportive of you?
usually.
Usually. Now, was I right earlier? I said you seem like you're the comedian of the team. Is she?
Yeah, her and my cousin.
Her and your kid.
Yeah.
Her and Brandy. Okay. All right, girls. Thank you very much. I'm not going to keep you. I know you got to get back over and practice. So thanks a lot. See you later.
Thanks.
Okay, hey. Before we get out of here, I want to show you some of this stuff. This is the Rock and Bowl night. We got the lights. They don't have the black lights on, but all those shoes he showed you earlier, they're going to glow. This is pretty cool, and they play the music loud. Friday nights is a good thing for the young kids to do. They enjoy themselves. Well, I'll tell you what, Connersville, I'm going to get out of here now. Got some things to do, and come on up, bowl, watch your kids, support them. And I'll talk to you later, Connersville. Bye.